So how are you? How are you now anyway? Everything okay?
Yeah, I hang in there. I'm on between. I have PTSD and traumatic brain injury.
Oh my God! Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. How
yeah,
bad is
so
it?
pretty bad. So that's why I'm on disability and stuff. And I'm pretty much either this VA here or up at Indianapolis, and I just try to get through the days.
I ask a lot of questions of people.
Oh yeah.
I've been reading what's going on with the soldiers. You know, I've been like the Time magazine and talking to people. But what I wanted to know was, were you in an IED explosion?
Mortar attack.
A mortar attack. Okay.
Yeah, we got our FOB. We were on what's called a forward operating base. So we had there's about 1,000 of us Marines total in our area, but we were part of the Triangle of Death. Mahmudiya is the base I was on.
Yeah.
We had Yusufia and then Ludafia, and the three of us together created the Triangle of Death, which is just south of the Fallujah.
The Triangle of Death.
It was a bad place.
Really?
Yeah, it was all the insurgents from Fallujah that were escaping were leaving the south side of the city and heading into our area. So we were dealing with all the backdrop from that.
Yeah.
And man, it was we first got in there, we were getting mortared about daily. And then it dropped though. We just started doing heavy patrols, doing foot patrols through the region, and we finally got on to cease. But until then, I mean, it was just.
Did you lose any close buddies or anything?
Yeah.
Like how many?
We lost.
If you can recall.
I remember PFC Roman. He was with one of my best friends. Sergeant Hazel. We were both in the School of Infantry together originally back in 2000. So then we went to the same unit, which was the 4th MEB Anti-Terrorism Brigade for a while. We did that, and so we were together the whole time. And he lost his PFC Roman up in the turret. We had Sergeant Bennett. He was a friend. He got heavily injured. He was from a reserve unit here in Indiana.
Right, it's too bad. You know what? I was in the service myself, and you know, I was really glad when I got out right before all that started. So I had a deferment because I have a daughter, and I'm the only parent. So I missed the first Persian thing.
Yeah.
And then I got a letter, you know, that they wanted me to volunteer to go, and I said no, thank you. No, I don't know. It's pretty serious business there.
Yeah, it was between the mortars and the IEDs. I mean, I remember seeing. I was at one of the first to arrive at a scene on an army convoy that got taken out by a daisy chain of IEDs.
Jeez.
And we actually were chasing a vehicle of suspected insurgents, and the vehicle I was in almost flipped over in a canal trying to chase them because our vehicles were it was just ridiculous. At the time, President Bush was saying all vehicles are armored in Iraq.
You know, when I heard that, I chuckled. You know, when, you know, sure, we'll see that.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, all of a sudden, overnight, they're going to get, no, what is that man such a liar? Well, excuse me, I mean, I shouldn't say that.
You know, it was funny. It was honestly, he was correct when he said all vehicles are armored. The problem what he didn't,
you're right about that.
It's just the degree of armor. You know, something that stops a 9mm bullet is a hell of a lot different that stops an AK-47, which is the most common round of an insurgent.
Right, so that's what they were using.
Yeah, they don't use pistols, they use the rifles, and that's how we lost Roman. He got shot in the turret by a AK-47 round.
Went right through.
Yep.
I was Army, you know, and I trained with all men, and they had some girls called, what do they call them again? Lioness team, you ever heard about them?
Oh, Team Lioness.
Yeah, you heard about them?
Yes.
All right. Well, a lot of them girls are so traumatized now. There was a show on PBS about them. And I don't know if they didn't take the training serious, because when I went to my training, you know, I trained with ROTC guys, you know, Ranger training guys. And I got a lot of good training from that, but I don't know if these girls didn't expect much or what, but they were quite traumatized because they had to go out and with these men, infantry units, and mostly Marine actually. They ran out with. So they were like a detachment, you know, with the Marines, your people, and they went on patrol, you know, through houses. I heard those were scary. Did you go on those?
Yeah, we did. The City of Patrols did a lot of those, and those were the worst is when you drive through them, especially like in a Humvee. If you're in a 7-ton, it's okay, because you're really tall up. You're like elbow to elbow with the second stories. But when you're in a Humvee turret, which I was in most of the time, I'm getting towered over by these buildings, and I'm like, Jesus, you know, these guys just need to just pull the pin on a grenade and just chuck it right into us. And I'm like, and when you're driving through some of the streets, we got to go up through this one town, which one of our checkpoints had killed the local sheik's son a few days prior. So there's a lot of animosity towards us at that time. So we start driving through there, and I'm up in the turret. Next thing you know, I'm feeling this ching, 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 ching. It's freaking rocks getting thrown. We were getting rocked.
I thought you meant.
Yeah, I thought we were getting rounds at the time. So I started hearing this ting, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting shot at, and it's actually rocks. So I'm like, well, now I can't even shoot at anyone. I'm just getting hit, and I can't do anything.
Now, when you went into the houses, didn't you feel kind of scared, not knowing what to expect? You know, I thought about that. You know, you're hitting indoors and bam, you know, and your adrenaline's pumping and you're sweating. You know,
when the adrenaline gets going, you just kind of go with the flow, and it gets really exciting sometimes.
That's what adrenaline does.
I remember a few times I did some stuff where I'm like, Jesus, I really did that.
Yeah.
Like there is this one building, and it was like kind of a compound. It was guarded by a heavily gate, and we had to go clear it.
Yeah.
And I just jumped, and I don't know how I was able to do it with all my equipment, and I'm a little guy. I jumped up there, threw myself over, and then none of the other Marines could get over the wall. So I'm stuck.
He survived.
Yeah, so
he survived.
I'm stuck there, and all by myself.
And none of them made over yet.
Yeah. I had to climb back over and help them get over.
You see what, you know, that's a good soldier, I say. You know what I mean? That's the difference between surviving. I really think that has a lot to do with it. What do you do with adrenaline? You know, you be positive or you're negative with it. You know what I'm saying? It makes a lot of you, I think. I did some things on my train I didn't think I would ever do. You know, because I said, well, could I go over that wall, you know? And I'm like, okay, I want to go. And then, you know, the adrenaline starts going. I know I have to make it. I said, what if I was in a war situation now? What would I do? Stand there and wait? You know, like you went over that wall.